COVID-19 cases continue to surge this morning. We can tell you that 1 out of every 10 Americans now being tested for COVID-19 comes back with a positive result.
Hospitals nationwide, they're treating 73,000 coronavirus patients this morning. That's another record. KCTV5 stands for you, and we want to give you a look at the latest numbers here locally. So Missouri has set a new record for total hospitalized patients in the state. More than 2,500 people just yesterday. According to the Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services, the state added an average of 4,000 cases every day for the past week, coming out to a 24% positivity rate. And Kansas now has more than 122,000 COVID-19 cases. 41% of ICU beds in the state are still available. In November, Kansas has a 20.3% positivity rate.
The Lee's Summit School District has voted to have some of its students transition to remote learning. It was decided by the Board of Education in a meeting that lasted 4 hours late into the night on Tuesday.
Yeah, our Abigail James is live from the district offices this morning. Abigail, when will these grades start transitioning?
Gina and Joe, well, the decision was made to have grades 4 through 12 all go virtual beginning this next Monday, and it'll stay that way until the end of the semester with a projected return date of January 25th. Now, one reason for that date was to allow for 2 weeks after the end of the holiday season. That's because there's some speculation that holiday gatherings can cause a spike in COVID cases. The biggest disagreement last night was with the discussion of grades pre-K through third grade. Right now, those grades have always had the option of in-person or virtual, and ultimately the board voted 5-2 to continue with in-person learning for those who already selected that option. Now, the Lee's Summit School District has made it clear that new information can change their learning models at any time. Right now, the district's quarantine levels have almost tripled in just the last week. We'll have more on where COVID cases stand coming up in 30 minutes. Reporting live, Abigail James, KCTV5 News.
Some students in the Lee's Summit School District will transition to remote learning beginning next week. At the top of the hour, we told you that the Board of Education, they made this vote at the special meeting that they had last night.
Well, right now at 6:31, our Abigail James is joining us live from Lee's Summit. Abigail, where exactly do cases in the district stand this morning?
Yeah, well, data shared by the superintendent last night revealed that cases in the district have more than doubled in the past 2 weeks, while the number of students and staff has in quarantine has tripled in those past 2 weeks. Now, in just the past 7 days, they've had 123 new COVID cases and 726 new quarantines. Until last night, they did not have until last week, they did not have school spread, but that's no longer the case. They've now seen cases of spread in school buildings and at school sport practices. Now, something that did not happen in any of the fall sports teams. Now, grades 4 through 12 will all go virtual beginning this next Monday, and pre-K through third grades will continue with in-person learning for those that had already selected that option. Reporting live, Abigail James, KCTV5 News.